new development from the National Hurricane Center with subtropical storm Alberto, which is going on right now. They've now actually issued tropical storm watches for parts of the northern Gulf Coast. And you might be thinking, how can they issue tropical storm watches when the storm itself is just subtropical, meaning kind of tropical? Well, there's a lot of model agreement that the storm could end up being a tropical storm. And it's been like this over the last many, many model runs. Even though the storm is way down to the south right now, it's almost in the western Caribbean, not even quite in the Gulf of Mexico yet, but it's going to move north pretty quickly over the next couple of days. Let's talk about exactly what subtropical storm Alberto, probably soon to be tropical storm, I'd say within the next 24 to 36 hours, Alberto is going to do. So it moves up toward the north, and right off the bat, I just want to get this out of the way. I think the number one problem with the storm is likely to be rain. Heavy rain, big time flooding. We also have storm surge watches, by the way, for that entire same area that is under a tropical storm watch. So that means that, some of these areas, 2 to 4 feet of inundation is possible if it lines up with the high tide, depending on the timing. Right now, they're forecasting a strong tropical storm. I'm not going to say it's completely out of the realm of possibility that we could get a low-end hurricane out of this, but a pretty darn low chance it appears right now. I think the biggest problem is just going to be a lot of rain lingering around. Remember with this cone, it's telling you where the center of the storm could go. All right, so it could be on the east side of that cone, it could be on the west side of that cone. A lot of rain, we'll have some storm surge, some pretty solid wind as well, and a lot of rip currents throughout the entire weekend. Next week, I want to just really specifically talk about the things that you need to know about this storm right now. And the number one thing you need to know, because of the chronological order, this is the first thing that you're going to notice, is, the rip currents, and also maybe the threat for some storm surge as we get later in the weekend. But there's going to be a lot of wind with this storm. Some of the latest forecast models have it as possibly becoming a strong tropical storm. That's not set in stone, but either way, not a good weekend to be on the beach, even before the storm comes. That's the dangerous thing about rip currents. So we've got a really high chance for that, especially along the western Florida coast through the northern part of the Gulf Coast there as well. Number two is just the idea that it's a really slow-moving storm, and that means that we're going to see a lot of rain. And with the amount of rain that it's going to drop, I think we're going to have a pretty good chance for some flooding. This is just through Tuesday, okay? But the thing is, the storm will probably linger inland a little bit. It'll slowly keep moving up toward the north. So even the Tennessee Valley gets in on some of that rain. They could see some flooding as well, pretty well into next week.
Again, here's the timeline on it. Friday 10/7, Saturday 7 a.m., Saturday 7 p.m., Sunday 7 a.m., Monday 7 a.m., Tuesday. And then here's the rainfall prediction forecast. Okay. See, the red is 4 inches here in the middle. 4 inches. The dark red, 6 inches. 2 inches. So where the yellow meets the green, that's 2 inches. It's 0 to none out here in Texas, it looks like.